wondered how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other girl you knew before. Between the two of us, guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, and I found out yesterday. Don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine? How much longer would you be mine? Baby, I heard it through the grapevine. Ooh, and I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah.
We'll have fun, fun, fun till the daddy takes the TV away. Well, he got his daddy's car and he's cruising through the hamburger stand now. Seems he forgot all about the library that he told his old man about. And with the radio blasting, going cruising just as fast as he can now. And we'll have fun, fun, fun till his daddy takes the TV away. And we'll have fun, fun, fun till his daddy takes the TV away.
When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always made me smile. When someone picked you from the bunch, and grass was all it took. But now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Show you that I love you. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I'm too blind to let you go. Let you go, baby. Now since I've seen you in your arms, I want you back. I want you back.
It's a wipeout time! Wipeout!
Hey man, it looks like I'm 15 foot. A gnarly way. Like really, really? Tubular.
Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, nothing can keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. Keep me from you.
You don't want your cooking tasting like this, do you? A little dull. That's why you need Accent. This little package can wake up the flavor in your favorite cooking. Look.
Chicken, hamburgers, spaghetti sauce, vegetables, and salads.
Accent enhances the natural flavor of your favorite food. You may not see the difference, but you taste the difference.
Accent. It wakes up the flavor in your favorite food.
Introducing Aquanet Mousse.
It's the moose with the most.
The most for your money.
Get great body, great condition,
Great style.
great control, no matter what the weather. Aquanet keeps it together.
It's the most for your money.
So Aquanet Moose is the moose with the most.
For your money. For your money.
I really like shopping at Main Street.
I like the money you saved.
We saved all those great brands like Ben Heusen, Levi Lee, Vanity Fair, and I love their sweaters. And wasn't that salesperson helpful?
How much did we save?
Usually when you find somebody, they say, that's not my department.
Enough to make a payment on this thing?
Those Main Street people really go out of their way.
Enough to service this thing.
I knew you'd come around to service.
Main Street. Value you can trust. Service you deserve.
After busting ghosts last summer and falling back into the future this summer, get ready for the most outrageous movie of the year.
I wonder what this thing runs on. Unleaded.
What are we gonna do?
About 1 to 5 with good behavior.
You don't understand. It's dangerous. You could wind up in another dimension.
Danger makes great sex.
It's the sci-fi comedy that's totally out of control. My Science Project, rated PG.
Now playing at a theater near you.
It's your Ford dealer's factory authorized clearance sale. Right now, get closeout savings on every new Ford in stock. Even the 85.5 Ford Escort is clearance priced, so forget the sticker, we're dealing. And we're closeout dealing on new 85 Ford Thunderbirds too. Plus, you can save over $2,000 on this specially equipped Thunderbird and get air conditioning, AM/FM cassette, speed control, and a lot more, and save over $2,000. See your Ford dealer now for his low year-end closeout prices.
Tonight at midnight, David Gilmour in concert in stereo. Get the stereo sound on FM 106 WCKG and the pictures on 32. Tonight at midnight.
We got another exciting newcomer this year, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Nia Peoples, and she comes from Hollywood, California. She's been a singer and dancer most of her life, and you're gonna believe that when you see her do her next solo. She plays Nicole, a girl who always gets what she wants. You might be able to believe that when you see her do her next number. Please welcome the sexy Nia Peoples. Yeah.
I've seen you work before. Take them straight to the top, leave them crying for more. I've seen you burn before, fire and ice. You come on like a flame, then you turn a cold shoulder, fire and ice. I wanna give you my love, you'll just take a little piece of my heart. For the kill tonight, you got every advantage when they put out the light. It's not so pretty when it fades away, 'cause it's just an illusion in this passion play. I've seen you burn before, fire and ice. You come on like a flame, then you turn a cold shoulder, fire and ice. I wanna give you my love, you'll just take a little
been working on Fame for 4 years. And during that time, I've seen people do a lot of growing and changing. I've seen people go off and have careers of their own. And I've seen new people. We brought new people on last year. You met Cindy Gibb and Billy Huffsey and Ken Swofford. And a lot of really, really exciting, wonderful people. Now, Jesse Borrego is a lot like his character, Jesse Velasquez. They both have a great deal of street sense. They're both survivors. You know, maybe I'm biased, but I've always thought we had the best-looking men on television. And we just got one more of them, Jesse Borrego.
Another morning, you are on my mind, taking up my time throughout the day. I try controlling images I see, always you with me, it's in my dream. You give me fever, love I can't explain, fire uncontained, what is this girl? I try to fight it, but I never win. Seems I just give in to your embrace. But oh, you try so hard not to see. Oh, all the things you do to me. And girl, oh, my love can't be concealed. Girl, you know the deal. Baby, stay with me tonight. At my apartment, you come to the door, quarter after 4 a.m. Hello. We start to kiss, ooh, we start to love. You know what comes next and you love it, girl. Oh, what we had, it feels so good. Oh, and we both knew that it wouldn't, girl. Oh, the feeling is so right. Please come hold me tight. Baby, stay with me tonight. 'Cause you give me special joy. Oh, make me feel just like a schoolboy girl. Oh, the feelings of delight. Please turn out the light. Baby, stay with me tonight. 'Cause I love you. You know I really do love you, girl. It's been my innermost fantasy to share and care and to give my love to you. Crazy, maybe that you should, but what can I do? I love you, girl. You got me moving left and right, deep within the night. Come here, my dear. You give me fever, love I can't explain, fire uncontained. What is this, girl? I try to fight it, but I'll never win. Seems I just give in to your embrace. Oh, I pray you never leave. Oh, 'cause my heart will surely grieve. So girl, oh, give me feelings of delight. Please turn out the light. Baby, stay with me tonight. Oh, 'cause you give me special joy. Oh, make me feel just like a schoolboy girl. Oh, the feeling's so right. Please come hold me tight. Baby, stay with me tonight. I wanna run my fingers through your hair, whisper sweet things in your ear. Baby, stay with me tonight. Oh, tonight.
We're the kids of America. We're the kids in America.
When I get hungry, there's a little monster inside me going, Carla, you're hungry. And that's when I really want a snack.
Satisfies you.
I'm a reporter on my school newspaper, and when I'm busy on a story, I can get pretty hungry. Snickers makes that hunger inside me calm down.
Packed with peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate. Mmm.
Satisfies you.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
After Snickers, my stomach always says, "Oh, thank you, Carla, thank you."
I'm awfully proud of my wife. How pretty, how natural she is. Look at her hair. Shiny and healthy looking. Not fancy, just fabulous.
Ivory shampoo and Ivory conditioner don't have lots of fancy ingredients your hair doesn't need. Ivory cleans gently and conditions gently. Not fancy. It's Ivory.
I love the way her hair looks. Shiny and natural as all outdoors. Not fancy, just fabulous.
Now there's a new addition to Ivory Hair Care. New Ivory Extra Body for Fine Hair Shampoo and Conditioner. Lots of body for beautifully manageable hair. Fabulous body. Extra Body for Fine Hair from Ivory.
It has the power of protein. The power to clean many tough stains. It's the power of Era Plus, the quarter-cup laundry detergent with stain-cleansing proteins. And while nothing gets out every stain, Era Plus has the power to clean many of the toughest. Era Plus, stains come clean with the power of protein.
We're the kids of America. Oh, we're the kids in America.
Wonderful music has the ability to do several things to you. It can make you think, it can make you happy, it can also make you very sad. When all of these things come from one artist, we must agree that he is really quite special. Over the past 30 years, there's only been a handful of these people, and I don't think there's anyone quite like Stevie Wonder. He's great. He's a composer, performer, arranger, and someone who puts everything into his music. And tonight, it's our pleasure to give something back to him in the form of this tribute. Ladies and gentlemen, the famed dancers and Gene Anthony Ray.
Mississippi, surrounded by walls that ain't so pretty. His parents give him love and affection just to keep him strong, moving in the right direction, living just enough, start giving just enough for the city. I never thought through love they'd be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? can. Superstition ain't the way. Hey, oh. There is superstition. Some gon' get you. Some gon' jump out the bushes and grab you. Some gon' get you. Why do you keep on running, running from my love? Oh, tell me why do you keep on running, running from my love? You keep on running, running from my love. Keep on running, running from my love. Hey, why do you keep on running, running from my love? Oh, so long for this night I pray that a star would guide you my way to share with me on this special day. Wear a ribbon in the sky for our love. If allowed, may I touch your hand if pleased? May I once again, so that you will understand. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love, for our
Way up here, a line shack can save your life when the weather turns the coldest. But the best time to stock it is always the hottest. And before you head back down, you head for the mountains. Bush. Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream, for a taste as smooth as its name. Bush. Head for Bush beer. Head for the mountains.
My son, the big shot, flies United Airlines like I got all the money in the world.
Oh, now, Amo. Maybe he got a discount on United.
Oh, Margaret, the kid just has no business sense.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Hey, okay. What'd it cost me, huh? Ah, son, you know, you gotta start... Hey, wait a minute. That's a bargain.
Flying United for the same price you'd pay a so-called bargain airline. Now that's a bargain.
My son just got his first deal.
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
That's the story as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Teddy Aguirre taking his warm-up tosses on the mound. Young left-hander, a record of 8-6, making his 20th start of the year, and a 4.90 ERA. His second appearance against the White Sox. No decision in his first appearance. Aguirre is 5-3 on the road this year, and since the 26th of May, he's been pitching well, a record of 7-3. So the young left-hander out of Mexico, he looks As we check the Milwaukee defense, you'll see Molitor at third, Riles at short, Romero at second, Cooper at first, Reddy, Householder, and Ogleby from left to right, and the battery of Moore and Aguirre. Here's Luis Salazar, hitting .208, 6 home runs, 28 RBI. San Francisco defeated Atlanta 6-5. The Mets over the Cubs 8-3. Yankees over Boston 7-3. 0-1 to Salazar. Pittsburgh, Montreal tied at 2, top of the third. California over Minnesota 9-1. Cardinals over the Phillies 5-4 in the first of a doubleheader. And very quickly 0-2. It's like a small version of Fernando Valenzuela.
Boy, he sure does. Looks like a pup right out of Freddie.
0-2 the count. Missing outside. Now you're talking about Bob Will.
Saw him at the Baseball Cancer Charities golf tournament. We were talking about that little episode that happened that day. Bob Will hit a line drive right back through the middle. You got my partner right in the hay.
Got me right between the eyes in the forehead. Larker came over and caught it halfway between first base and the pitcher's mound. Now that's a tough out.
Right between the eyes. How did the world ever get by that nose?
up a couple inches. There's a fly ball center field. Householder didn't see it. Now has to come on and makes a catch. Right there alongside of him is the second base umpire, Larry Young. So good hustle on both parts.
Yep. I'll tell you, Householder against the Sox coming into the American League has really looked good. We talked about him when he first came up with Cincinnati. Had a chance to be an outstanding baseball player. Right there, got a bad jump, recovered nicely to make that catch right in the web. And as Donnie mentioned, Larry Young right out there on top of the play, went out there good. Good hustle by Young.
There's Householder as Scotty Fletcher stands in. Takes a strike, 0-1. Yeah, but getting back to Bob Will, then Banks was the next hitter. Hit the first pitch out, got beat 1-0. I'll never forget that day. Went in the clubhouse and
what was it?
Beat myself to death with a chair.
Hanging Cuban forkball?
No. There's Jimmy Leland, the active manager tonight at third. Joe Nossig over at first. Went to the hospital, and that old Dizzy Dean story, x-rays showed nothing. Like my folks said, no sense, no feeling.
Green was the second. And Hirschberger was picking at the ball in right field. We knew he'd hit it, but neither one of us saw it. And Hirschberger is yelling both of us. He's got the ball in right field. We're still standing there waiting for the ball either.
And what a play by both of them.
Yes, sir, both of them. As we've talked about many times, Salazar is as talented as anybody on this Sox ball club. Making his first major league start at first base. Look at that man get the jump on the ball, range hard to his right, give it in a hurry to Bannister, who makes an excellent tag, trying to stay out of the way of Randy Reddy right there. Good instincts, good athletic ability on both parts.
Now with one out, here's Paul Householder, hitting .244, 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. Bouncer to Timmy Hewlett. Over to Salazar. 2 gone.
And fans, a reminder, you can play baseball against stars like Manny Minoso, Billy Pierce, and Moose Skowron, and more at the first White Sox Rodman and Renshaw Fantasy Camp and Investment Seminar. And attending that week-long fantasy camp next February in Sarasota, Florida, you'll receive up-to-date investment information from all the experts at Rodman and Renshaw. So just dial 924-1000 and ask for information. That's 924-1000. Hello, pretty thing.
Look at that. Boy, isn't she? There's Charlie Moore. Moore hitting .221 with 21 RBIs. On deck, Ed Romero, the second baseman. And that Angel 9-1 win over Minnesota. McCaskill 8-7, the winner. Smithson 11-9, the loser. Lone Minnesota tally coming on a home run by Randy Bush, his 10th of the year. 3-hitter by McCaskill. 1-0 the count. Jams him, breaks his bat. Hewlett from the grass to get him. And Milwaukee gone 1-2-3 in the second inning. And after 1.5, they lead it 1-0.
Give me a light. Go. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light.
Bud Light. So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Thank you.
Because everything else is just a light.
Air Jordan Flight 23 departing in 24 seconds. Roger Tower, beginning fueling procedures.
Now at McDonald's, McPack combo meals for $2.29, a quarter pounder with cheese, or a Big Mac sandwich plus large fries and a medium Coke.
Begin final equipment check. Roger Tower, we're ready for takeoff. Air Jordan 23, Roger, cleared for takeoff.
McPack, fuel for Air Jordan.
Nissan is no stranger to racing or to winning. This is our newest bolt of lightning, the Nissan GTP CX Turbo. Inspired by the revolutionary Z-Car engine, this dynamo has two missions: to prove technology on the track that'll someday affect every Nissan we put on the road, and to take on the best and win. In both cases, we expect to do just fine. The name is Nissan.
1-0 Brewers in the bottom of the second inning. Other American League action. New York 7-3 win over Boston. Cali, the winner, 10-5. Boyd, the loser, 11-10. Jim Rice hit his 19th. Brigetti his 21st save of the year. 3-2 Detroit over Cleveland. That's after 4. That's Harrell against Smith. Kansas City 2-0 over Toronto. Lee Brandt against Key. Baltimore, Texas. No score after 1. Davis against Welsh. Oakland at Seattle. It'll be Burtsis against Young. Here's Ron Kittle at 223, 10 home runs and 20 RBIs. On ball and no strikes. Over in the National League, the Mets 8-3 win over the Cubs. Gooden, the winner, 18-3. Fontenot, the loser, 4-7. Foster, his 17th home run of the year. Dwight Gooden has now won 12 in a row. That's down low. 48,306 at Shea Stadium. 6-5 Giants over Atlanta. Gerald's the winner, 6-3. 2-1 the count. Dedman the loser, 5-2. Trevino his 4th home run of the year. Murphy hit 2, 28th and 29th. So that ties him now with Carlton Fisk. 2-2 the count. And the Cardinal 5-4 win over Philadelphia in the first of a doubleheader. Cox the winner, 13-7. Kuzman the loser, 6-3. Lottie his 14th save of the year. Von Hayes is homered in the Philly first. They lead at least 1-0 in game 2. Full count, 3-2 to Kittle. 4-2 Pittsburgh over Montreal after 3.5. Got him. So Kittle down on strike. First strikeout for Aguirre, and that'll bring on Timmy Hewlett.
This comes with a fastball. Gets it up a little bit. And fans are reminded that Wednesday, August 14th, well, it's Kodak Camera Night. When the Sox take on the Yankees, on that night, all fans with cameras will be permitted to go down on the field from about 6:15 to 7. That's to take photographs of their favorite Sox stars. That's Camera Night, August 14th, against the Yankees. Compliments of Kodak.
Here's Timmy Hewlett, hitting .265, 3 home runs, 28 RBIs. Takes a strike. In that other National League action, Cincinnati will be at L.A. It'll be Tibbs against Valenzuela. Quickly, it's 0-2. On deck, Reed Nickel.
Restaurants.
Introducing your ultimate weapon against athlete's foot. New Footwork.
The pain and itch of athlete's foot can drive you crazy, but now there's Footwork.
Footwork works two ways. It cures the pain and itch of athlete's foot, then prevents its return.
Footwork, your ultimate weapon against athlete's foot.
Get New Footwork now. Cures the pain and itch of athlete's foot, prevents its return.
Well, a warm White Sox hello and welcome to our affiliates along the White Sox Television Network. WBLN TV in Bloomington, WRSP TV in Springfield, WQRF TV in Rockford, WCEE TV in Mount Vernon, KCBR TV in Des Moines, and of course our flagship station. Dirk Zimmerman and all the good guys over at WFLD Metro Media 32 right here in Chicago.
Ed Romero will lead it off as we go to the top of the third, and that's bounce foul by Tony Muser. 0-1 the count. Romero at 207. Without a home run, he has 10 RBIs. On that inside corner, quickly it's 0-2. Top of the third, Kansas City still on top of Toronto 2-0. Get to Hewlett. On across to Salazar, and there's one away. And it'll bring on the leadoff hitter, Paul Molitor. Molitor hit the rocket back to Bannister that got him in that left knee or shin or somewhere in that area. Bounced high in the air, never touching the ground, and Salazar making the play over in foul territory by the coaching box.
Well, no hitter likes to go back through the middle, hit a pitcher with a line drive unless you don't like it. Then you love it.
Inside, the count 1-0. Oh, check that. He called that a strike. 0-1 the count. Robin Yount on deck. Good fastball by Bannister. 0-2 the count.
Best one he's thrown yet.
That was a Bannister fastball of old. That's hit up the middle. Fletcher to his left. On to Salazar, and there's two gone. That'll bring on Robin Yount. Robin homered his first time at bat. He's the difference in the ball game. 1-0. The Brewers on top. 1-0 the count with Cecil Cooper on deck. Yount homered his first time at bat last night. His first time at bat tonight. Outside, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. High right side. Salazar going out, cutting across his Cruz, and that'll be back in the seats. So the count 2-1. There's Cooper on deck. Outside corner, and the count 2-2. Robin last night with a game-winning RBI and a sacrifice fly as Milwaukee defeated the White Sox 8-7. Curveball low and inside, full count 3-2. That's bounce foul. Now the count remains full, 3-2 to Paul Molitor. 2 outs. We're in the top of the third, and the Brewers on top 1-0. Out of play. Count remains 3-2. Check swing foul. Oh, Yan hanging tough, and Bannister coming right at him with strikes. Bounce to the hole. Fletcher over from the grass. Long throw. They can't get him. Yount runs too well. An infield single for Robin Yount, and that'll bring on Cecil Cooper. Once that ball got by Timmy Hewlett, you were not going to get him.
No, no chance. Good effort by number 1.
Luis Salazar over at first for the first time. He's already made one fine play. That was on Randy Reddy. Texas on top of Baltimore 1-0, top of the third. Cooper caught looking his first time at bat. Outside. 1-0 the count. Foul left side, and the count goes even at 1-1. Final game tomorrow afternoon with these Brewers. Joel Davis, a youngster that the Sox will bring up. He will start tomorrow against veteran right-hander Ray Burris as you look at Ben Oglivie on deck. There's Yount at first. Hey, Robin, 9 for 12. That gets away from Hill. There goes Yount. The throw. Not in time. Fletcher said he got him. Boy, that's a close call. Scotty Fletcher doesn't say too much, and here comes Jimmy Leland.
Go get him, Humperdinck. It is indeed a close call. Luter quickly recovering. Makes a nice, accurate throw. And make up your own mind. Couldn't tell from that angle. Well, let's go to the other angle there. Dadgummit. He's out.
The 2-1 pitch to Cooper. And very quickly it's 2-2.
Nice angle, Jimmy Angel. You always got the angles.
Just missing outside. Full count to Cooper, 3-2.
Yes, sir. If Scotty Fletcher comes up out of there smoking like that, chances are somebody blew a call.
One to nothing. Brewers on top. Curveball got him. Now the side retired. No runs on a hit. No errors and a man left after 2.5. 1-0 Milwaukee.
Hey, Kathy, what's cooking?
Well, Hollywood wants to do a movie about my life.
Big deal.
Oh, you didn't see my limousine parked outside.
Sure.
I guess you didn't hear. I won $6 million playing lotto.
Did you really, Kath?
No, but I could.
Hey, when was the last time you won $6 million, Mr. Moneybag?
Lotto, it's a big deal.
Oh, hey, fellas. Free champagne and caviar tomorrow.
If you just ask for a light beer,
I'll have a light.
you never know what you'll get.
That's me packing the car. Best vacation ever. Here's Rock City, Texas, L.A., all in 3 days.
Bud Light.
Here I am in Death Valley. That's me looking for water.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste,
Wait, there's more.
ask for Bud Light, because everything else
Give me a light.
is just a light.
That's me packing the car. Best vacation.
We are today's typical traveling business couple.
Our jobs take us separate ways.
So essential to our relationship is the precise use of time.
Trust.
And of course, United Airlines.
United serves the top business centers.
And all 50 states.
They take us wherever, whenever.
I'm doing 9 cities in 7 days.
I'm 8 cities in 6 days.
Only United could handle a couple like us.
See you in a week. Good luck, Martin.
Same, dear.
You're not just flying.
Judith?
Martin. You're flying the friendly skies.
Check the scores for you real quick. You see Angels over the Twins 9-1. Yankees beat Boston 7-3. Tigers over Cleveland 3-2 in the 6th. There you see Kansas City playing tough. 2-0 over Toronto. Texas 1-0 over Baltimore. Later on, Oakland and Seattle. National League, Mets over the Cubs 8-3. And the rest of the National League scores right there as Mark Hill steps in.
Mark getting 113. He'll be followed by Julio Cruz and the leadoff hitter, Luis Salazar. Takes a strike, 0-1. How to play right side, 0-2. Willie McGee has hit his 6th home run of the year in the 2nd with 2 men on. And the Cardinals have come back to take a 3-1 lead over Philadelphia. Boy, they're playing well. And the count is 0-2. Check that 1-2. Andre Dawson has homered for Montreal. It's now 4-3. That's out of play. And the count remains at 1-2 strikes. Floyd Rayford has hit his 7th home run of the year for Baltimore. They have tied Texas at 1 in the 3rd. Two and two the count. Now 5 and it's 3-2. They're through 5 in Cleveland, and Detroit leading the Indians 3-2. He walks him. Now that'll bring on Julio Cruz.
As we mentioned, hides the ball well. Very reminiscent in style to Fernando Valenzuela's that screwball. Waved that in the count quickly, 0-2. Outside. Well, I'll tell you, you got to make a bet that every little left-hander down in Mexico trying to emulate Fernando Valenzuela as he gets him with a fastball. So Kittle gone. Another 1-2-3 inning for Higuera. And after 4, Sox trail 1-0.
Bag, sir? No, I paid a low fare. I'll carry my own bags.
You're flying United. Doesn't matter what you paid.
I didn't expect that.
Go right on board.
This is too easy. Probably doesn't know what I paid.
Sir?
I know. I didn't pay for all this.
Enjoy your dinner.
United flies more passengers at low fares than any other airline.
More coffee? Easy. Just ask.
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
The summer sun is hot.
This helps me keep my cool.
So get a Church's jug.
Because you can't drink the pool.
Just head on down to Church's for $1.99.
You get an igloo jug.
For the good old
summertime.
Church's Igloo Jug, the coolest. Only $1.99 with a family, super family, or large cat.
Later on, the Reds of Pete Rose will take on the Dodgers in L.A. San Francisco bested Atlanta at Candlestick 6-5. Of course, the Mets 8-3 over the Cubs. Top of the sixth at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Expos leading the Pirates 5-4. $20 million for 5 years. There's a bunt. It's a good one. Bannister over to Cruz. Sacrifice 1-4 with Moore moving into second base. Here's the leadoff man, Paul Molitor. 0 for 2. So we mentioned the line went off the kneecap of Bannister. Deflected in the air over to Salazar, who very alertly made the catch. That was in the first inning, then bounced out 6-3 in the third. Molitor this year hitting .358 in that leadoff spot. Takes it low.
Boy, I'll tell you, when this guy is healthy, and right now he has been, he's a pleasure to watch play. He can do so many things. Good speed.
Fastball rip foul.
A Golden Gopher out of the University of Minnesota.
.209 stolen bases in his career. That's the all-time Brewer leader. Now Cruz trying to sneak in behind Charlie. A ball is striking out, top of the fifth. Milwaukee leading 1-0. Run on 4 hits. Sox no runs on just 1 hit. Outfield straight away. Molitor can use a whole park. Can't get that fastball on the count 1-2.
Well, he can hurt you in so many ways, Hawk. Like you say, use the whole ballpark, good speed, and you go to sleep on him, and he's going to hurt you with a long ball. 8 home runs this year.
Breaking pitch low and inside, 2-2. And fans, a reminder, don't forget about our Shy Sox luncheon. That'll be this Tuesday, the 13th. When the Yankees are in town, it'll be Ron Hassey and Don Mattingly, last year's American League batting champion. From New York, our 2 guests, and for the Sox, it'll be Brian Little, and guess who? Tom Seaver. Got it. Good heat right there on the outer half. So Molitor will grab some bench. 4 strikeout for Bannister. 2 gone. And here comes Robin Yount.
Well, a perfect spot, and Molitor knew it. And just hoping that he wouldn't hear it, but he did.
But that's quite a lineup for that Shy Sox Club luncheon. Starts at 12 noon at the Midland Hotel. You better call and make some reservations. That number 332-1200. That's 332-1200. The Midland Hotel. Shy Sox Club luncheon, 12 noon next Tuesday. Yount is 2 for 2. His 12th homer in the first inning. Takes it low and away. Checks up, takes it low, and the count 2-0. Also, dadgummit, I lost the note that was given to me by Member of the Shy Sox Club. I want to thank the people who held a garage sale last year, raised about $800. All that money going to the Shy Sox kids to fight cancer in children. They're doing it again this year, but I will get that back and we'll get it over the air to thank them and also tell you where it's going to be. Their goal this year is $2,500. And you know, a little girl started that last year, presented the check to us at one of the Shy Sox Club luncheons. And that's some of the things we're trying to encourage. Raise a lot of money to fight cancer in children. There's the on-deck hitter, Cecil Cooper. The 2-1 pitch. Foul. A lot of snake eyes on that board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Foul. Tony Muser at third base, one of the better defensive first basemen in his playing days. Just stands there and watches it go by. There is Tony. Good with the leather, not a whole bunch with the wood.
Boy, he could pick it, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He was good.
Curveball. Just missed, and the count goes right to the wall. The 29-year-old Robin Yount. One of my all-time favorites right here. Started in the major leagues when he was 17 years old. Now Cruz trying to sneak in behind Moore. $20 million for 5 years.
That's hard to believe.
That's awesome.
I can't believe. You talk about this game, I tell you, the more you're around it, the more you scratch your head and you wonder how it even keeps going sometimes.
Payoff pitch. Hewlett's got an easy 2-hopper, a little Butterfield 2-hopper over to Salazar, and it'll retire the side. Nothing across for Milwaukee. There were no hits, no errors, a man left, and after 4.5, Bannister trails it 1-zip.
If I thought that no one cared about the things I do in life, well, I'd still care about working hard and making it turn out right. Made in America, that means a lot to me. Oh, I believe in America and American quality. Here's to you, America. My best I give to you.
Anheuser-Busch is the same personal commitment to quality that has kept our family of beers the finest in the world for over 100 years.
Here's to you, America. My best I give to you.
Somebody still cares about quality. Anheuser-Busch.
It's the $50,000 Star Search Junior Championship, a spectacular 2-hour special with the hottest and youngest new talent in America. Join celebrity host Ed McMahon, guests Nancy Dessau, Tony Danza, Courtney Thompson, and Irene Cara, plus super talented young finalists competing for their share of $50,000. Discover tomorrow's sensations today, the fantastic finals of the $50,000 Star Search Junior Championship.
Monday at 7:30 on 32.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago White Sox for the entertainment and non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the express written consent of the White Sox is prohibited.
It'll be Hewlett, Nichols, and Hill to face Teddy Higuera, making his second start against the Sox this year. Higuera coming in with a record of 8-6. Little 5'10", 178-pound southpaw out of Mexico. As the Hewlett popped up to Romero his first trip. Takes the fastball outside. high, 2-0. Outfield bunch straight away for Hewlett. You got Molitor even with the line at third. Cooper in a couple of steps at first. And everybody else regular. Jammed himself. Popped it up. Cooper, no play. Watch out, Coop. Coop must not be getting along with his teammates. Nobody down there to give him any help. They all get out of the way.
Hey, Raleigh fingered. Raleigh's out. He'd not get hit on the head with that ball.
And once again, we'd sure like to wish our good buddy Milt Rifkin happy birthday. 77 years young yesterday. Fastball outside, the count 3-1. Milt, if you're listening, I'll tell you, I'm still going to get you out there and donate on that golf course. He walks in. So for the second time in this ball game, Higuera walks the leadoff man. He did it to Mark Hill back in the third. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Reed Nichols. Reed went out to Ben Ogilvie his first trip. Milwaukee outfield for the most part playing almost all hitters the same. All-speed pitch misses and the count 1-0. There's Milt on the left of your screen right there at the top, talking about his golf swing. Oh, what a nice guy. That curveball in and over, and the count 1-1. Nichols a long look down at acting manager and third base coach Jimmy Leyland. Tony La Russa, of course, suspended for 2 games. He just missed it. He just missed it. As now the left fielder Reddy falls down, now has time to recover. And there's one gone.
I tell you, that was funny to see. Reddy started back and then saw that it wasn't going to be that far, and the next time he looked up and he was flat on his face, but it was hit high enough for him to recover, and after that it was just routine.
Here comes the Buddha. Buddha drew that walk back in the third. Fastball slashed foul out of play, and the count 0-1. Mark 2 for 8 this year against Brewer pitching. Taking another long look down at Jimmy Leyland. Just love to see a situation where Salazar can get on the track offensively. There's a man right there can play the game of baseball. Talking about that growth chart of Tom Seaver. That is a beauty. It is a Jim Dandy. In fact, you know, in my whole career, I only have a few mementos that, first of all, I wish I'd kept a lot of things that I didn't, but only acquired a few mementos in my life. I'm going to get one of those, have Tommy sign it, and I'm going to keep it. That is something. Might be the best pitcher I've ever seen, as Ogilvie hits a line shot right to Hewlett. Benji now 1 for 3. I used to think Catfish Hunter was the smartest out on the mound. Of course, I never got to see the National League. But in the American League, and now after watching Seaver pitch for 2 years, he's made a believer out of me. Here's Ernie Riles. The rookie takes a fastball right there. Ernie 0 for 2, twice has bounced out, once to the shortstop, and once back to Bannister. Fastball in on him, slashed out of play. Count 0-2.
And just going along those Tom Seaver note, Like we mentioned before, the Yankees coming to town, and don't forget, the White Sox will be honoring Tom Seaver on Monday night. Hope you make your plans to be with us.
Breaking ball. Good job of laying off of it by Riles, and the count 1-2. Yes, sir. Come on out. Let's give the man a big tip of the cap. That's hit hard into right field. Base hit. Baines working hard, can't get there. It's going all the way to the wall as Reed Nichols chases it down. Riles on his way to third. He's going to get there with a stand-up triple. That's his 6th triple of the year. Fans hooting at Baines a little bit, but there was nothing he could do about it.
Well, what made it look so bad is there was nobody behind. Nichols was over in left center. That ball hit in the gap, and Harold, he thought somebody was behind him, and now Nichols has to run it down. And you see Riles moving easily into third.
And his momentum going so hard as he got a good jump, busted his fanny to get over there. So the 2-out triple by Riles, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Randy Reddy. He's 1 for 2. Randy just called up from Vancouver as Bobby Clark was optioned down to Vancouver and takes a strike. 25 years old, 5'11", 180 pounds. Rip, base hit right back through the middle. Riles will score, and it's a 2-0 Milwaukee lead. That young man jumped all over that Bannister fastball.
I'll tell you something. After watching Randy Reddy, the little time that we've seen, you got to be impressed with that young man. He's had great minor league stats. Here you look at it again. That quick bat right back through the middle.
Against the Sox, as you mentioned, Donnie.
Yeah.
In the games we've seen him play, he's looked very well. Here's Householder 0 for 2. Pitching coach Dave Duncan on the horn down to the pen. Householder takes the strike inside corner. Talking about Randy Reddy's stats. First year in 1980 at Butte hit .376. 82 at El Paso hit .375. Last year at Vancouver hit .325. Jammed him, ate him up, high pop-up. Fletcher should have no problem. Scotty makes the catch, and that'll retire the side, but not before the Brewers put another one on the board. 2-out triple by Riles, a single by Reddy. After 5.5, it's 2-0 Milwaukee.
August Best Buys, just in time for school.
School? This clamp-on lamp goes anywhere for just $3.99.
It'll light up your study area.
Study? The Spartus digital alarm clock is $6.99, but with a $5 rebate, the actual cost is only $1.99.
Now we won't miss the school bus.
School bus? The snack pack backpack with an insulated lunchbox is just $7.44.
Lunch here, homework here.
Homework?
Ace is the place.
Hi, this is Jerry Lewis for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And these are some of my kids visiting the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales. This year, once again, Anheuser-Busch is pledging over $2 million to muscular dystrophy. So look for these displays wherever you buy Bud and Bud Light. It's your chance to join the fight against muscular dystrophy. And thank you from all of my kids.
Air Jordan Flight 23 departing in 24 seconds. Roger Tower, beginning fueling procedures.
Now at McDonald's, McPack combo meals for $2.29, a quarter pounder with cheese, or a Big Mac sandwich plus large fries and a medium Coke.
Begin final equipment check. Roger Tower, we're ready for takeoff. Air Jordan 23, Roger, cleared for takeoff.
McPack, fuel for Air Jordan.
A Fans on Sunday, August 25th, the White Sox and the Blue Jays go at it. It'll be Lee Jean Spiegel Back to School Backpack Day. And the first 15,000 fans 14 and under attend the game. They'll receive a free White Sox backpack courtesy of Lee Jeans and Spiegel. So if you make your plans to be with us that day, that's Sunday, August 25th.
Top of the order for the Sox here in the bottom of the sixth. Got some work to do. They trail it 2-0. It'll be Salazar, Fletcher, and Baines to face Teddy Higuera. Luis 0 for 2. He just missed that one. High and deep in the left field. Ready back on the track. Makes the catch. I mean, he just missed it.
That is the epitome of just missing it as much as you can just miss it.
Why don't you give him the definition of how close he was?
That ball hit high, and Randy Reddy took him right just about to the edge of the warning track. Back to the wall.
Here's Scotty Fletcher. Yes, sir. Boy, he just hair. He just missed that one. Takes a breaking pitch in and over. And the count 0-1. You know, Scotty's got the only hit for the Sox tonight. A first inning single to right field off Higuera. There's a second hit. Got that screwball up a little bit. Scotty going in sections, double clutch. 2 for 3. But that's the great thing about a 2-run ball game. Tying run at the plate. Activity down in the Brewer bullpen. Moose Haas just loosening up. There's Mooser. Baines. Curveball inside, and the count 1-0. Harrell has popped to third, and he's bounced to first. Carlton Fisk on deck. Breaking ball, rip, foul, just foul, a couple of feet. Hung him one of the few that Higuera has hung tonight. Boy, here comes Herm Starrett out of that dugout in a hurry.
Now he's got to get Romero in for his interpreter. Higuera does not speak that good of English. Look at here.
Boy, there's a fortunate young left-hander right there. This game is not tied. Starrett going out saying, how you say low, down, bajo, bajo. 1-1 to count. Fastball by him. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Fastball high, it's even at 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. No runs, just 2 hits, no errors for the Sox. There's the on-deck hitter, man with 29 long ones. fastball playable into left field. Randy Reddy moving over in fair territory, makes the catch. Out number 2. Here comes Pudge, 0 for 2 tonight. Get into a force play, and back in the 4th inning, he just missed one. Flying out. High, towering drive to deep center field. That was on a curveball. So Pudge, 2 for 19 this year against Milwaukee pitching. Ripped down into the corner. Foul by about a foot. Mercy.
Well, they got the fastball right there wheelhouse, and Pudge just a little quick, and that ball is foul. Watch. That's about it. About a foot.
So just a scary strike to Higuera. There you see his career numbers. That's inside with a heat, and the count 1-1.
I'll tell you, this little guy here, he can hump it up a little bit.
Hey, struck Kittle out the first time on a real good fastball up. Yes, sir. He's impressive. Jammed him with that fastball. And the count 1-2. Got it in a good spot. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Sox trail it by 2. Brewer outfield swung around to the left. Bit of a gap in right center. Ogilvy almost on the track in right. Very deep. There's got to be playing deep in this situation. That screwball hit to Hopper to Ernie Riles. They go to short way, force Fletcher, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across. There was a hit, no errors, a man left after 6. 2-0 Milwaukee.
There's a hot new look at your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana.
Discovered that the Top Cog's revolutionary new design makes it so flexible, so strong.
Broke yet?
Ain't broke yet.
That chances are it's the last fan belt you'll ever buy for your car. The incredible new Dayco Top.
Got him on the Scroogey. Curveball.
Yeah, slow curveball. Pull a string on him. Made a good pitch.
Here's Timmy Hewlett. Hewlett has popped to second and walked. Center field, Householder right there. 2 gone.
Tell you one thing, Higuera is not messing around with the middle of that plate in the strike zone. He might throw it down the middle, but it's up out of the strike zone or down out of the strike zone. He has spotted the ball extremely well tonight.
Here's Reed Nichols, who has fly to right and fly to left. No, sir, that young man has been impressive. Air ball in and over. On deck, Mark Hill. Line drive right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Ogilvie over. He'll get it back in. So the 2-out single by Reed Nichols, just the third Sox hit tonight. And here's Mark Hill. $25,381 in attendance tonight. A little bit low, the count 1-0. Mark has walked and he's popped to short. On deck, Julio Cruz. Out of play. Booter had it, just couldn't get up on top of it. There's Cruz. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on, and it's 2-0 Milwaukee. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nichols at first. Look out. Aguirre just standing on the mound, drops his head and shakes it. Look at that right there. 17 of 26 first pitch strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul right side and out of play. That's fouled out of play, so Booter hanging tough. Jimmy Leland, the acting manager tonight and tomorrow. That's the center field, playable. Householders there. The other side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 7, 2-0 Milwaukee.
Taco Bell's been struck by pizzazz. New pizzazz pizza. It's cheesy like a pizza, but it's really crisp and light.
Every time I get struck, I hear loud.
When I get struck, the roof flows off, the floor splits open.
Get struck by the never-before taste of pizzazz pizza.
Can pizzazz strike twice?
Come on in for a free sample of pizzazz pizza, served daily at participating Taco Bell restaurants.
Are you as happy with your car as these Nissan Sentra owners?
The Sentra drives super. It is the easiest shifting car I've had yet. It's absolutely wonderful.
It feels great going around the corners, and it really hugs the road.
You have the comfort of a large car, all put into a small, compact car.
Sentra, America's most popular import.
Have you ever driven a Sentra yourself? Well, you must, because believe me, once you do, you're going to be sold also.
The name is Nissan.
For some years, our friends overseas have been drinking only Pepsi-Cola. But recently, they started drinking Coca-Cola. And now, our friends drink Coke and Pepsi only. But somewhere, there are people who'll go out of their way for the taste of RC Cola. A taste that's unrestrained. Yes, some people go out of their way for the taste of our sea, but sometimes not far